And I know that the 49ers are in, so if you're a 49er fan, shouts out to y'all. Y'all did the damn thing. You know, I'm not a 49ers fan at all, but I definitely can, give the props when they're due and give y'all your... Matter of fact, we're going to take a minute to acknowledge it. You 49er fans, 49er country, there. Great job. You're in the playoffs. Again, I wouldn't know what that's like because I'm a Raiders fan, and that's okay. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the first episode of 2023 of the Hypocritical AF podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in, subscribing, listening, viewing, whatever you're doing, breakfast, lunch, dinner, whatever time of the day it is. Thank you very much for tuning in right here. This is the first episode of 2023. 2022 is now in our rear view in the past, and now this is the first official episode of the year. Bro, I've been busy. You know what I'm saying? I always say how busy I am, but I literally been busy. In the last 3 episodes, hopefully y'all had the chance and the time to go check those out because those were really super cool to shoot and everything. But the last 3 were done in LA. So that means the last 4, maybe 4 or the last 3 haven't been in studio. So I haven't been able to record the last couple of weeks, damn near a whole month. And it feels weird. I'm not going to lie. First of all, it feels weird being in here because I haven't been in here in such a long time. But it's also cool. It's a good feeling to want to come back in here and do everything again and start off the new year right in 2023. So thank you so much for tuning in, and let's get another year in of greatness and success and wealth and health and all that stuff for the 2023. But yo, I got to say first, 2023 is coming in hot with the weather. I don't know what it is right now, but it's if you're not in California, right, wherever you're listening to, we got some viewers in the UK and Ireland and one listener in Russia. So shouts out to you. Thank you for that. And that's a fact. I'm not making that up. But if you're outside of California and you're not here, the weather has been crazy. It's been on some rain, flooding, winds, 94 miles per hour winds, 64 miles per hour winds, consecutive nights. I'm talking about trees are being ripped out of the ground, bro, roots and all, breaking cement and dropping. I'm talking about those big ass, what are the trees, the pine, I don't know, whatever, the big ass trees ones that are famously known in Hollywood. You know which one I'm talking about, right? And if you don't, I don't know what to tell you because I can't even, it's just not working in my brain right now. But those big ass trees are falling. You know what I'm saying? Those big ass trees have fallen over. And the crazy part is literally 2 houses down from my house, we have this big ass tree that I'm talking about, that big ass one. And it's doing the damn hula dance, bro. That shit's going like this and like this. And it's every night I'm looking up bro, please don't fall. Please don't fall. That's how windy and that's how scary it's been over here. And that's just one aspect of it. You know what I'm saying? Floods, I'm talking about it is flooding. Sections of the highway being closed down and blocked off flooding. I'm talking I should have, I'm not thinking about it. This would be a good time to regrow my grass flooding. That's how bad this shit is. And, if you're not from California, the people that are, listening for this, if you're from one of those crazy ass states, that are used to floods, like Texas, right? Louisiana, those Gulf line coastal states, you know what I'm saying? Y'all are used to that. And I get that. You're probably just looking at the shit, laughing they're just now getting some water. You know what I'm saying? They're probably looking at us clownly damn, once y'all praying and asking for rain so freaking long and now y'all are getting it. Which, by the way, too, I don't work for this department, right? If there is a department for this, but do we not plan to relocate the water somewhere? Because there's certain places where you could visibly see the river, the lakes or the oceans or whatever here in California that have significantly decreased over time. That is crazy. I don't work in that department, but can't we do something getting some of the water that's flooded and making sure that it goes down the sewer or goes to the right place? And you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not this, I'm not exactly the sharpest tool in the shed, but I'm sure we could figure out a way to relocate that or allocate the water elsewhere, right? So I don't know. But yeah, but that's just like I said, that's California lately, and that's how we're starting off 2023. Matter of fact, now that I think about it, we went into like literally the night of December 31st, going into the new year with like an actual storm. I'm talking about power outages and a real storm. Like it was to the point where, the countdown might have not even been present had it not been for like it just calming down for a bit. It was storming bad. And it's been like that, and the way things are going right now, the way that things are looking, it's probably going to be like that again for another week, which sucks. But we got to keep it pushing, keep it forward. Quick shout out real quick. This episode I'm recording right now is on a Monday, and today is my little brother's 21st birthday. Happy birthday, Antonio. You're 21. You don't drink, but I want to get you to just get a little sippy sip. Just a little, you know what I'm saying? So by the time this comes out, your birthday already had passed, but happy 21st. Welcome to the 20s. 20, you know what I mean. 21st, drinks. Nah, you don't drink, but we'll get you there. I'm trying to trick him, y'all. I'm trying to get him, even if it's just like a little spritzer, a little refresher. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying we have to go straight to fucking, you know what I mean? We don't have to do, what's that crazy ass vodka one that everybody like, when they first start drinking, you don't want to drink it, but you drink it because it's a vodka and it's like the strongest thing. And then when you're that young, you're like, you could drink whatever. Now it's like, you're more selective with your drinks, right? But what is that vodka? I can't remember from the top of my name what the vodka is, but I'm not going to throw that one on him right away. We'll start off with some more refreshing drinks. Maybe, how about a mimosa? You ever been to the mimosa house? How about a mimosa? We'll start with that. But yeah, happy birthday, buddy. That's a little quick shout out for that one. But yeah, so going into 2023, listen, I got a bunch of stuff that I want to hit and that I want to go over. But like I said, the weather, can we chill the hell out? Did y'all see? I had posted about it on my Instagram. I think it was like yesterday or something like that. But you know how crazy it is to see downtown or midtown with all those trees like collapsed over onto some houses and then like literally cement being broken apart? Like that's crazy. You know what I mean? How do we went from like record-setting fires and record-setting temperatures in the summertime to record-setting winds and power outages and floods within 1 year. Like, that's crazy, isn't it? Like, that's the type of stuff that makes the conspiracy theorists, the people that go like, nah, this is all part of the government. This is all part of the scams. This is all planned out and everything. This is what feeds them and gives them the fuel for people that want to believe that stuff. And I got to be honest, sometimes when I look at the temperatures, I'm just like, global warming is real. No, I'm just kidding. No disrespect. I'm sure it is, right? Maybe. This is why I need another person here to talk about all that stuff. But yo, okay, so look at, let me backtrack a little bit. So going back to the previous episode. So yo, the LA trip that me and Samuel did, we went to go record. I did like the most recent episode I just put out. We did like a little recap video. It was this very small, short episode, right? And we recorded in my car. And I thought that was really cool because what we were doing is we had spent 2 days of podcasting in LA area, right? First day, we get there. I'm talking about right from the jump. We meet up, we get to our spot, and we're already like plotting for the podcasts that are going to be lined up for the day. Now, granted, I had some booked too, and I had some people that were originally scheduled that eventually ended up either can't making it, falling out, and then having to reschedule or shoot some stuff back. So then on the fly, I was asking other people out there and everything, and we were able to set one up, and then we had another one that was going to be set up for the final one, like literally Sunday at like 7 p.m. And then we still had to drive all the way back to Sacramento because we drove with all the equipment and everything. So that one too, the dude hit me. I hit him up. I'm like, yo, can we this time? He's like, yep, got the location. Everything is set. And 4 o'clock comes around. This is 3 hours before our scheduled recording time. Now, mind you, this recording time and everything, the location that we were recording, it's not free, right? Like we're paying this out of our pockets to record, right? So it's like think of it like a studio session, right? So you're basically paying the hourly for the studio rental spot. And that's, kind of the gist of it and everything. And the crazy thing is, the homie hit me up at 3 hours before our recording time, right? Homie hits me up and goes, "Hey, bro, sorry. Like, I'm really sorry, but can't make it. Me and my girl just broke up, and I'm not in the mood to talk." Here's the thing. I get it. Sometimes, assuming this is true, right? We don't know if this is true. Assuming this is true. Depending on how bad the breakup is, depending on how bad the argument is, I get it. If you don't feel like doing anything, I completely get it, bro. Sure. Does it suck to be notified 3 hours beforehand? Yeah. Especially, like I said, because it's a paid session, right? But I get it, assuming that's true. Here's my thing. So the dude is, how much of this can I say that I don't want to, break any future potential relationships going forward, or a potential guest in the future, right? I'll say his profession involves talking. I'll say that, right? So on one hand, it's like, all right, maybe you're not in the mood, but you got this going on too. But hey, either way, gotta respect it, because shouts out to him either way. He didn't have to initially say yes the first time, right? Because to his defense, I hit him up 24 hours prior about that day. So, there could be a bunch of different things. But when that fell through, it's funny and it's crazy the way things play out, because then I ended up recording with Trevor, and that ended up being one of my favorite episodes to date. Literally, this is going to be like, what, 111? 111? And this literally was one of my favorite episodes ever recorded to date, just because of how everything flowed, how everything fell into place, and how much, connectivity and how much we can relate on, and the fact that, he's from Sacramento and literally like from like the area that he grew up at, like I live within like 5 minutes of that, you know what I'm saying? So it was really cool to establish that connection, and then just to network out there and then get to know him more and everything. And then it was, like I said, one of my favorite ones. And then so going back to the small podcast one that me and Samuel did inside the car with Steven. Shouts out Steven too. Don't want to leave you out, my bad. And we did that one in the car. But what I liked about doing that type of stuff is that we did some shit on the fly. Like, we got done with the recordings, and then we had like a little window to kill because other people had to record. So we're gonna get some food, get some coffee, and then we have to get ready for the other podcast episode, right? And in that time frame, I remember I was just like, "Yo, what are we doing? Like, let's do some more stuff. Let's record some more. Let's shoot some content. Let's do some stuff." So we ended up recording in the parking lot. And let me tell you, here's the thing too about parking lots, specifically in LA, bro. You don't know what you're gonna get. You might have a crackhead come up to you on the left side. Excuse me. You might have a motherfucker on the right side trying to come up to you and sell some shit. And then at the same time, you might have someone run up on you and try to steal your stuff. So you got to be careful, you know what I'm saying? Especially in certain parts of LA. And it's like, yo, I am not trying to get got. I'm not trying to get jacked. You know what I mean? So, because originally we were just like, yo, let's go shoot like outside in the parking lot. Like, there was 2 chairs. It was like, I'm thinking in my mind, like the scenery looks good and everything, but then the sound and all that stuff. So we were just like, yo, let's just do it in the car. We did that one on the fly too. Those are really fun to shoot, especially when nothing's like planned and nothing's what's the word I'm looking for? Overproduced. Kind of like these solo ones. Nothing's really planned on these ones that are not overproduced, and we kind of just record them on the fly. And I have like a gist or an idea of what I want to talk about and everything going into them. But those are hella cool too. So check those out, man. Like y'all gotta like see those episodes. And then with Tony too, we recorded that. So with Tony, Tough Gym, right, on Instagram. So he is someone he pushes a message of sobriety, right? So like, he had a drug addiction. He comes from a certain background in a certain area. He lost his father at a young age due to drugs, who overdosed and everything. And so he followed in that footprint. It's, you know what I mean? Like there was a certain part on that episode that we talked about. Like, I tell a story, not even so much of a story, but I tell him about like there was a thing that I had seen and that I stumbled upon, which was a thing about perspective. It was a good like little a thing about perspective, right? And the perspective on it was, you have 2 kids with an adult. No, 2 kids with the dad, right? So dad, 2 kids. And the dad is an alcoholic. And the 2 kids One of them ended up becoming an alcoholic himself because he followed in his dad's footprints, and he saw his dad drink so much and be around it so much that he ended up falling into that as well. And on the other side of it, you have the other kid who doesn't drink at all because his dad was an alcoholic and saw that. Because he saw what it did to him and how it affected him, he decided to not drink at all. So he's completely sober, right? So that's the thing about perspective, right? So where Tony falls in line with that is that he said that he actually like went towards that way and some, like with drugs and alcohol, you know? So it was a good episode. And the thing, some background on that one too is that, bro, we recorded that on, like, I'm talking about like downtown LA. I'm talking about like Skid Row, downtown LA, sketchy. And like, you know what I'm saying? Like downtown. But we got a spot right there to record, knock that one out. We did one in a loft, in a car, 2 in the studio. And honestly, we were trying to squeeze in more too at night. Like, bro, we was out there trying to, you know, record some stuff at night and everything. And everything's fast paced out there, you know. But, you know, you got to think, you know, there's only so much hours in a day. So when you're doing when you go there for 2 days and you're trying to knock out as much as you can, it's like, man, you got to really make the time for everything. But also, I think, plan everything a little bit better, you know. So, yeah, contingencies is something that they're the ones that did all that. But, yo, so go, like I said, go check on those whenever y'all can. And because a lot of work goes into those, and it'd be greatly appreciated. And then now going into 2023, like I said, besides weather, besides trees falling, fences breaking, fences falling, my fence broke in the back. Shouts out to the fucking weather. Now I gotta like save up or kind of, you know, figure that out. And then on top of that, I feel like everybody's been getting sick, yo. Everybody's been getting sick lately, and I haven't got sick, right? And I feel like it's just now catching up to me. I hope I'm not getting sick. I don't feel 100% sick, but I have like the sniffles. You know what I'm saying? Like that phlegm in my throat and the sniffles, and I'm snuffleupagus, basically. I'm snuffleupagus, bro. I'm sick. Nah, I'm not sick yet. But that's just how I feel for everything so far. I hope I'm not. But besides all that, right? Besides all the crazy stuff, let's talk about this. Okay, so, okay, here's my thing. This whole, now that we officially got, and you know, this is old news. I just haven't, like I said, the past 3-4 weeks have been recorded already, so I never even got to like talk about it like this much. But damn, yo, the fact that we finally got a verdict with the Tory Lanez thing, the Tory Lanez trial, Megan Thee Stallion, the fact that there's an actual verdict, right, is crazy. I don't think anybody's shocked. I don't think anybody's like has their mind blown, right? I don't think everybody's just like, what? No way. I can't believe he's guilty, you know? Because it's like, bro, someone had to take a fall. And if homie really did it, and it's like, bro, that's how you got to do what you got to do, you know? You just go back to Canada, right? I'm sure you'll get some jail time, but you just go back to Canada. It's all good. I assume. I'm not gonna try to paint this shit like it's gonna be a, you know, walk in the park, but I don't think anybody was like, you know what I'm saying, was just like, oh, hella shocked on it. And, you know, you can have your opinions and you can agree to disagree, or you can just disagree completely. But, you know, you can have your views about how you feel about it and what you think went down and everything, and whether it was intentional or not. I will say this, though. I don't think it was intentional. I don't think homie like literally went, you know what, let me pull this out. You know what, this sounds like a great idea. Let me just bow. You know what I mean? Bow, bow. Or how does Tekashi do it? Han. Yeah, I don't think that was intentional. But I think, you know, if mistakes were made and if something was just on the fly and was meant to like scare something, or, you know, why not shoot in the air or something like that? But just the way all that played out, and then just hearing, I'm not going to say hearing, bro. Like, we get most of our shit from Instagram or Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Like, most of the news updates nowadays is either, or Facebook too. I'm not, you know, some people get on Facebook, some people get on Instagram, some people get on Twitter. So that's like we're mainly getting all of our news from and everything. So following up on it in that sense, it was like, bruh, they're like egging us on right now. It's like, we're really trying to find out what's really going on. And they start leaking audio. Like, I don't know if y'all checked it out, but I checked it out. The phone call homie made that night, like before he got bailed out. You know what I'm saying? That was That was not a good look for homie. They said that that's the reason why. They said that that's like one of the main reasons the jurors ended up making the decision that they did, or reaching that guilty verdict that they reached, because they listened to that audio. And it kind of sounds like he's not saying like, yo, I straight up did it, but he's not straight up denying it either. You know what I'm saying? He's saying stuff like, you know, I will never do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just, you know, the alcohol. And it's like, it sounded like he's already covering up for something without even, you know what I mean? That's what it sounded like to me. So I can definitely see why the jurors were swayed in that and made their decision. But the crazy thing is, like, yeah, what's really going to happen with him? I know he's facing up to like 20, 21 years or something like that. So I'm not a lawyer, right? I've never even been on jury duty, bro. You know what I mean? Like, the closest thing I ever got to something like that was I did mock trials in high school. And then aside from being in court myself for my own past and everything, that's different, right? So when you have your hearing, you have your trial. And then the trial, you reach a verdict. And so in his case, he was guilty, found guilty by a jury of his peers. So they handcuff you, right? They take you in, and you go to jail already, and you're awaiting your sentencing. Your sentencing is different. Sentencing is you go back to the court, and then the judge will start to tell you, or, you know, actually give you your time and everything. So he's still waiting for that, as far as I know. He's still going to be waiting for that. But I am going to be interested to see how many years he actually gets, how many years actually gets served. And I mean, for sure, like, it's like not guaranteed, but damn near guaranteed that he's going to, you know, get deported and everything, because he's not, you know, born here. He's not a citizen here. So it's like, that's what happens with, like, people from Mexico. Like, I know that people that has happened to, where they get deported. You know what I'm saying? Like, they get back. And then I know someone who got deported 4 times and still came back. Like, back and forth, deported 4 times. It's like, hey, yo, how many times? You know? So he'll probably have something like that, but I'm interested to see what this does, dude. Do you think, and y'all let me know, talk about it in the comments. Let me know. Do you think homie's going to get, like, you think his music's going to plummet, or do you think his music's going to go up? And the other side of that too, do you think he's going to put out music right away? Do you think he should wait? Or do we all should just be like, hey, bro, let's just not play his stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It's an interesting dynamic and all this stuff, because you kind of get like the divisiveness with people on social media now, and you know, and they get to see like what directions they go and everything. So that shit was crazy, but I'm glad it's over. You know what I'm saying? Because like, regardless of how we speak about it, regardless of, you know, the debates, or, you know, who stands on what and where, at the end of the day, it's like, bro, someone did get hurt. Homegirl really did get shot. There was blood, like, and let's not forget, like, bro, she's probably traumatized from that stuff now. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we definitely gotta not acknowledge that fact. You know what I'm saying? So, but past all that and everything, bro, okay. I don't have, you know, okay, so this is what I found was cool last week. I mean, it's still cool. Don't get me wrong, but one of the cool things that really stood out last week was this Damar. Not Damar. What's his name? The Bills. Damar Hamlin, right? The one that got hit in the chest when he was playing against, I want to say it was Cincinnati, right? The Bengals. Got hit in the chest on a tackle. They say a routine tackle, and he got like cardiac arrest, and he was like on the field for like 6 minutes, and then, you know, like was on life support and all this stuff, and he's making like great progress now. He's like neurologically, everything's all there. He's breathing on his own. He's on FaceTime. He's like, you know, almost back to normal, but this, you know, stays still. He said he still has like a long road ahead of him and everything. Sorry again, it's the snuffleupagus stuff, the snuffiness in my nose. So all that stuff that's going on, what I thought was really cool was to see, like, universally, everybody was just like, damn, you know, when that type of stuff happens, it's not a matter of like, yo, who's your favorite football team? Who's your, you know, like, who's rooting for what? I thought it was cool, like, everybody universally getting together and you know, kind of like paying their homage to him and acknowledging what is going on instead of like, you know, kind of sweeping it under the rug. Because remember, for a while, NFL had that thing. They was catching some heat for a minute. Because remember, there was like these CT cases being risen, and they were just like trying to paint it out to be like, no, CTE is not real, it's fake. And then And then they were trying to sweep a lot of the injury stuff, under the rug because it's a business. They're trying to. It's NFL. They don't want they want the glitz, the glamours. They want you to see all this without the real stuff behind closed doors. And I want to say they had like a big ass case. I mean, they still might got a big ass case against them and everything. Isn't there like a whole movie about it too? Maybe a Netflix series. But I want to say there's something like that going on. But the fact that, like I said, it wasn't swept under the rug, and it did get the attention that it did, rightfully so, and just everybody come together and because it was like, bro, like homie could have lost his life, So I thought that was really cool. You know what I'm saying? Usually it's like the other way around, right? Especially in today's age. Usually it's like all the negative stuff that gets highlighted, and there's always something going on, and then everybody like jumps on it. You know what I'm saying? And then next you become a meme, and then you're on a podcast trying to break everything down because it's all off of memes and everything. But yeah, I thought that was really cool and when that stood out. And yeah, and the Bills are in the playoffs. I wouldn't know what being in the playoffs is like because I'm a Raiders fan. We haven't been in the playoffs in I don't know how freaking long, excluding that 2016 time frame when Derek Carr broke his legs and we were in a wild card or something like that. I don't count that, bruh. Oh, no, didn't we have another one? Am I tripping? Oh, no, yeah, no. That's false, too. We had a wild card spot against the Bengals, against Joe Burrow and the Bengals, and we lost, right? So I guess that kind of counts, Technically, you win. Technically, you win the playoffs. But I'm talking about I'm talking about double-digit years, like a real playoff push, not wild card, like real playoff push. It's been years, right? So I don't know what the hell that's going like. And I know that the 49ers are in. So if you're a 49er fan, shouts out to y'all. Y'all did the damn thing. I'm not a 49ers fan at all. But I definitely can, give the props when they're due and give y'all your fucking... Matter of fact, we're going to take a minute to acknowledge it. You 49er fans, 49er country, there. Great job. You're in the playoffs. Again, I wouldn't know what that's like because I'm a Raiders fan. And that's okay. Oh, and the Kings continue to keep winning. They keep lighting that beam. But don't get it twisted. I know y'all beat us that first time around. I'm a Lakers fan, right? This most recent time, came back. We won. You feel me? We got that one back. But yeah, y'all, the new year is officially here. And it's crazy. I don't know about y'all, but I struggle every new year to talk about the right year or say the right year correctly. In this case, 2023. Like, bro, I'm talking about I won't get the year right down to like about February. And that's mid-February if I'm being generous. It'll still take me till mid-February of every new year to get the damn right year right. Because I'll be writing down the wrong year. Like I did it today. I wrote 2022. Like we're damn near halfway through January. And I'm still writing 2022. It takes me a minute. You're like New Year's to me, I always say it too, like towards the end of the year, it's always like a different perspective, I feel, at least. Where it's like, bro, like I always get like, it's like a wrap up. You're finishing up the year, you reflect, you look back and you're just like, what did you do? What didn't you do? What could have you done? You know what I'm saying? How much money did you spend on snacks? Me? A lot. How much money did you spend on alcohol? A lot. That's what I would do. If that's how I would remix 21 Savage and J. Cole's track, a lot. How much money you spent? A lot. How much groceries you spent? A lot. How much alcohol you drank? A lot. That would be my version of 21. A lot. But so at the end of the year is always wrap up with stuff that I just get like, you know what I'm saying? Like reflecting and like I said, look back on everything. And then when the new year comes around, it's like you get like a new motivating thing to like continue on for what's ahead for 2023. So it's like, come on, yo, like what else is going on? What else is new? What else is happening? And a lot of planning, I'll say that too. A lot of planning, and a lot of uncertainty too. But uncertainty doesn't necessarily mean a bad thing. And certain uncertainty are cool too because you get to figure some stuff out. Whether that's good or bad, that's separate. Sometimes you got to look yourself in the mirror, Brody. You got to look yourself in the mirror and figure out what's going to end up happening and all that stuff. So that's what I can see going into 2023. 2023. I said it right. I'm good with that one. But yeah, so I lost my train of thought on this one, but I'm just excited. I'll say that. You know what I'm saying? good stuff coming up. Good stuff coming up. A lot of like, how do I call it? A lot of facing adversity moments going to be coming up here in 2023 that I'm excited for. So we'll see. So anyway, well, the solo ones are always short, and I appreciate y'all. So y'all have a good one. Happy New Year. First episode of 2023. You feel me? Don't spend a lot of money on groceries, even though it's impossible right now because groceries are high and inflation is real. But shouts out to Costco for always keeping their prices low as far as their deli food area. Not the food itself, like the groceries, but their food. The pizzas, the hot dogs, the churros. Still the same price. Shouts out to y'all. Y'all stay safe. Peace.